Hey, have you heard of cannibalism? Have you heard of people who eat their fellow people? There are those that eat them while they are dead, and there are those that eat their fellow people when they are still alive. There are lots of stories going on. So in Uganda, this is really becoming an issue. It's really a big deal. And yes, cannibalism is not a story. It's something that happens in real life. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Stella. I really thank you so much guys for watching my videos, liking, sharing them. I don't take you guys for granted. Thank you so much. And please, those of you that have not yet subscribed, those who are still watching without subscribing, guys, I really need your help. Please go ahead, subscribe, like the videos, share them, and comment. Yeah, so today is a story time, and yeah, there is something guys I want to tell you, it's a story. It's something that happened. Yes, cannibalism is something real. There is this story that really went viral in my town. I stay in Movende district, and my town I'm not going to mention this town, but yeah, those that know me, they really know the town I'm talking about. I remember those days. I was just small. I was a small girl, and I was still in primary school studying. So we had missionaries, like people who come from their homelands to come to other countries to spread the word of God. So these were Catholic priests. Yeah, there were two. We had one was Reverend Father Keke, and another one was Reverend Father Peter. So guys, back then we were still kids. I was in primary school, and stories used to circulate around the town, how we have night dancers, how we have people who eat failed people, mostly those who eat dead people. And the missionary priests that we had, guys, we had one of them. One day he went so deep in the village. He was going to say mass. He was going to celebrate mass because there was someone who passed on, and they needed mass for him. So when he went, everything went well. Everything went really well, just that it rained and he couldn't drive while it was raining. And he started driving back to the parish. It was around 6 p.m. So as he was driving, the place was very far. So when he drove for some minutes, 45 minutes, and it had started becoming dark, and boom, you remember that lady I told you that this lady eats people, and normally she eats dead people? So he was passing by this lady's home. Guys, guess what happened? Guys? I'll drink some water. So this is what happened. Out of the blue, out of nowhere, his car stopped just like that. And of course he had fuel in his car, and his car was serviced already. But just like that, the car stopped, and it had started becoming darker and dark. And when he tried to restart the car couldn't restart. and he tried to put on his indicators to see what's really taking place outside. The indicators could light like this and then stop. So he was like, God, what's really going on? He had to hold his rosary in his hands. And do you know what he saw? Oh my God. He tried to put on his indicators again, and boom, he saw a coffin, like a coffin, in front of his car. He was so up to God. He was like, God, please, God, please, God, give me another chance. I really, really need another chance. And in his words, he said he saw that same lady. He saw the same lady standing in front of the car with a coffin in front of his car. Guys, all he had to do was to pray. He had his rosary in his hands. He prayed so hard. He prayed and prayed and prayed, asking for God to at least. So guys, all this was happening, and he was really, really so down, praying to God. He was like, oh God, please save my life. Oh God, this is really very, very bad. Like a missionary like him, he came to serve us, and one of the village people, like she wanted to eat him. And after some minutes, he had even given up, because no one was even passing by. It was deep in the village after all. And like after some minutes, the car started. And when it started, this is what this lady told Father. He told Father, if you weren't a priest, I was going to have you for my lunch tomorrow. So Father started his car. He drove, and thank God, he reached back to the parish, guys. And guess what? The next day on Sunday, because it was a Saturday, the next day on Sunday, he was the same priest who was going to celebrate Mass on Sunday. Sorry for the noise, guys. Yeah, the next day when Father said Mass, when he celebrated Mass, like he tried to explain people. He tried, you know, the way their accent is when they are trying to speak a foreign language. He was like, guys, he spoke this woman's name. It was like she was going to, oh God, could this really be real? And yeah, he had to speak out this lady's name. And guess what? She was in church. She came to pray. And the last night, she wanted to eat the priest. And when Father mentioned her name, she stood up and went out of the church. And she said she will never come back to church again. She'll never come back to church again because they are speaking rumors about her that she is eating people. And I think it was real. It was right. That's what she did. Like, that's what she does. Unfortunately, she passed on, and most of her kids too went to different places because they can't live in the same town. People already know them. So that's how Father, like, that's how Father had to survive being eaten. But yeah, all these things really happen. I'm just giving you a live example. In my home village, like in my town, we have villages around. One of the villages, yeah, we have cannibalism and night dancers. End of the story, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to comment, subscribe, and share. Let's build this family together. I love you so much, guys. I don't take you for granted. Bye bye.